When I spoke to people before I started chemotherapy, one woman gave me some great advice. She said, your biggest worry is thinking about it in advance. You will learn what it is that your body responds to and what it does.
I, first of all, did what I would call a dry run. I wanted to see the room that I would be in. There's so much that is unknown during your first session. So actually being able to at least see where you will be gave me a sense of calm.
My doctor, they talked about maybe it would take 2 or 3 hours, but that's the actual chemo infusion part. What they're not including is the hour or two of pre-drugs that you're getting, and then sometimes there's an hour or two of waiting for results of a blood test to come back to make sure that one is healthy enough to get the chemos.
Well, it was a little different for me because my veins were not cooperating with the infusion. So it was supposed to take 6 hours, but it took like 7.5 to 8 hours.
I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if it was going to burn when it, went through my veins. I wasn't sure if I was going to feel all of a sudden this toxic energy inside me. And the reality is I didn't feel anything different.
Well, I did experience some nausea. I didn't experience any vomiting because before they give me the chemo, they would give me anti-nausea medication. And then the doctor also ordered anti-nausea medication for me to take at home.
Come prepared with what will probably be a long day and bring things that make you comfortable, whether that is your slippers, a blanket, a magazine, snacks.
I wore comfortable clothing and I brought layers. In case the room was hot or cold, I had the option of putting on a sweater or taking a sweater off. I listened to podcasts because it got my mind off what was actually happening in the moment, and also made me feel productive, that I was learning something new, I was taking something in while I was having this experience.
I sat there and I turned on the TV, turned it off, tried to read. Then I called my aunt. She had experience with breast cancer, so she was able to just keep me comfortable.
I had a friend come with me to most of my infusion sessions. I found that very helpful to have someone to talk with who knew me really well. If I got nervous, would know what to say, and just to provide company during the session.
My sister was there taking notes, and she would remember things that I had perhaps forgotten. So she had comprehensive notes in a notebook and would bring things up to the healthcare providers that I perhaps didn't remember.
And make sure you have somebody to drive you home, because depending on how you react to the pre-drugs or the Benadryl, you might feel very tired and need a ride home.
During chemo, my immune system was weaker. So one thing my family did to help prevent me from catching a cold or getting an infection was to put a note on our front door which said, upon entering, please wash your hands first.
Don't be afraid to ask your employer for what you need. You may need to rearrange your work schedule depending on how you feel, and you're not going to know that until you actually go through your treatment.
So if you find that there's something that's bothering you with respect to your body or your spirit, reach out and ask for help. It just makes all the difference in the world.